just wanna have fun, clap my hands, turn around now and dance, dance, dance. I just wanna have fun, clap my hands, turn around now and dance, dance, dance. I just wanna have fun, clap my hands, turn around now and dance, dance, dance.
Having a good end of day routine also is super important for me.
So that's why I'm pleased to welcome Dr. Willie Visser, dermatologist, who will be talking to us about the power of thiamidol. Is it
Yes.
thiamidol?
So I actually was practicing with him behind. He goes, it's thiamidol.
Oh, thiamidol, private school, thiamidol. Yes, you heard me right, thiamidol, the super ingredient that
Yes.
reduces dark marks and common skin concern. And Darusha Naidu, who's a medical doctor.
Absolutely. I'm definitely looking forward to that conversation because over the years, there has been so much innovation, so much change when it comes to skincare, what we're putting onto our skin and what we're putting into our bodies to ensure we have flawless skin.
So once again, let us put our hands together
Woo!
for Dr. Willie Visser, dermatologist, and Darusha Naidu, who's a medical doctor.
Yeah.
Hi and welcome. I'm Darusha Naidu. I'm the medical manager for Eucerin, and we have the pleasure of having Dr. Willie Visser here today to take us through hyperpigmentation. So like I said, let's talk hyperpigmentation. We know there's different types, there's different causes. I'm sure you have lots of questions, so I'm going to stop talking and hand over to Dr. Visser to take us through hyperpigmentation.
Thank you very much, and thank you for inviting me, Eucerin, and also it's wonderful to be here at the Clicks Playground. It's loud and it's noisy, so I don't know what I'm going to do to make you look at me, but I can't dance, unfortunately. So I think the whole thing is what we know about hyperpigmentation. It actually follows us through our whole life. When you have acne, then you have the spots afterwards. And I think especially if you have darker skin types, then your skin, your biggest enemy is hyperpigmentation. You know that you see those little dark spots, and if you have acne, you almost look double as bad as the other people because you've got the spots and you've got the pigmentation. And then when you're starting going in your reproductive years, then you develop the melasma, the typical mask of pregnancy. And when you get pregnant, you can't get rid of the baby, you still have the pigmentation there to remind you about that. And then when you get older, then you start getting all the age spots and age marks. And there, especially now when you have lighter skin, that's when your biggest risk is, because then you develop that. So it's almost as me as a dermatologist see people with pigmentation problems on a daily basis. And if we think, why do we get it? Well, we get it because there's something genetically that is there, and you can't choose your parents. So if you have the tendency to get pigmented, you will get depigmented. The other thing is that we know that hormonal influences also affect your pigmentation. When you get pregnant, then everything gets darker. So that's one of the things. And also some people, when they start the contraceptive pill, then they also get some dark spots. And we will then ask them to stop the pill if it is related to their pigmentation. And obviously then aging, we can't get away from that. So as we're getting older, we get more pigmented. But I think the most important reason for aggravating pigmentation, and especially living in Africa, is the sun. So obviously anything that you do is going to be a total waste if you don't protect your skin against the sun. And the most important protection measures is a hat, staying outside, using protective type of clothing, using a hat with a broad rim. I think that's more important. And then obviously choose a very, very good sunscreen. And I will give you a little bit of tips for the sunscreen. Is you need to make sure that it's at least 50 plus. The second thing is it needs to be protecting against UVA and UVB. But now the new thing that you probably didn't know if you are not very much on Instagram, but it is also in the scientific journals, is the visible light, the high energy visible light, especially if you have dark skin. So if you buy a sunscreen that don't protect you from that high energy visible light, you're still going to get pigmentation. So very important that you look for that. And that's I will then also ask you to look at the specific sunscreens from the companies around there, and specifically from Eucerin, to see if they fulfill this criteria. So what do I do when you come to me and say, I've got pigmentation? The first thing that we will tell you is exactly what I said to you. Buy a good sunscreen. That's where your first money goes. Then you start using medication to start bleaching your skin. Now, we use prescription bleachers in the form of hydroquinone. Hydroquinone works wonderful, but you need to take it under supervision of a dermatologist. You can only take it for 3 months, need to stop it, and then you need to use something that is hydroquinone free. And then you can use it again in little 3 months type of spurts. But not a lot of us can go to a dermatologist. Maybe you want to try something before you even want to get prescription medication. And these prescription medication can be quite harsh on your skin. And they can be even toxic in certain instances. So it's very important to have something that you can use in the dermocosmetic sphere that Eucerin and other companies can offer you to bleach and to get the pigmentation lighter. And I think the most amazing thing about the Eucerin products, and I will really ask you to go and visit their stand, is this only word that you need to remember, and that is thiamidol. So thiamidol is a wonderful molecule that's only been discovered by the Bayersdorf scientists in 2018. And it works just as well in studies as hydroquinone as a bleaching agent. So how does it work? And maybe Therese will tell you after a little bit more about it, but the enzyme that forms pigment in your skin, so that's the melanin, it's thiamidol is actually suppressing that specific enzyme, so that we actually suppress the formation of melanin in the skin. I really think it's an innovative molecule. I think it's a wonderful solution for people who have hyperpigmentation, and you can use it long term. So you can use it in conjunction with your medication, but also in the time when you're off of certain medication. And specifically because they made easy regimes. They've got a morning product, a night product, a serum, and we will later tell you about what they actually now did. Here you can see the whole range. But they were wonderful in not thinking about only putting thiamidol in their pigmented ranges, but also in their acne ranges. So as you treat your acne, then the pigmentation also disappears. And then they also now put all the thiamidol into the anti-aging range, because we do get pigmentation as we get older. So you really get the whole sphere with the Eucerin products, and specifically thiamidol, which is a safe, effective, and easy to use molecule. Over to you.
Thank you, Dr. Fisser. So yes, we are so super proud and Eucerin for the level of innovation we've gone into, making sure that we're able to help you with your hyperpigmentation. We understand that it's not comfortable walking around with dark marks. It's not comfortable walking around with people asking you questions about what's going on and what are you using. So we really have put into a lot of effort, and I've just got a little video to show you about how we actually arrived at having thiamidol. So this is just telling you a little bit more about the effort. ladies and gentlemen, that's our 10 years to developing a molecule. We tested 50,000 compounds to find one that would work on the human tyrosinase. It's the only one in the world. It's patented by Eucerin because it's the time and effort that we've tried to put into finding a skincare solution. Really, really proud to bring you thiamidol. I think, it's safe to use, like Dr. Fisser said, first visible results using the serum in 2 weeks. We also have a lot of safety studies going on. It works for different types and conditions of melasma, your hyperpigmentation due to your acne, as Dr. Fisser said, and it's also in our sun range. So we're really, really excited, and we're really, really proud to have our dermatologists believe in the life-changing power that we have here.
I agree with her. The thing is, this is in one condition where dermatologists can't actually function without the cosmeceutical or dermaceuticals, because our medicine can only bring us that far. We have side effects that we have to deal with, and then obviously the sunscreen, that is the most important thing, that is really the key that you need to think about. And then adding thiamidol. So remember that molecule, thiamidol. That's the one that will work for the pigmentation. And as Teresa said, the nice range is the morning cream, a night cream, and even I will tell you the morning cream's got a 30 SPF in it. Don't bargain on it. Sit the Even Pigment Perfector sunscreen gel on as well, because that will addedly stop the sun from causing the pigmentation. And look for a sunscreen with visible light blocking as well, especially if you have a darker skin.
Okay, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. It was really, really an honor to have you listen to us today. I'm now going to open the floor for any questions. You can direct it to Dr. Fisser. If it's about the product, you can also ask me. But again, thank you for your attention. Anyone with questions?
There's a question.
Hi, Doc. So I just wanted to find out. So I have hyperpigmentation on my skin, and my face never has any scarring of any sort. So what could I use on my skin?
So the first thing I want to point out to is that woman is marvelous in covering up dark spots, because I can't see it in her, So obviously makeup is probably the best thing to use for pigmentation because it covers up. But if you take it off, or if you wake up in the morning next to somebody, then the pigmentation is there. Yeah. So I think that is because you don't have any blemishes. You don't have an acne-prone skin now. So you just use the anti-pigmentation range. So then you buy yourself a good sunscreen, and you buy something that you can use in the morning with a bleaching effect, something with the evening with a bleaching effect, like thiamidol. But there's other companies offering very similar type of thing, but not the unique molecule of thiamidol, which is safe, effective, and easy to use in this range. So I would really, the range is called the Even Pigmented Protector range. So really look at Eucerin's products there. It's really good. And most dermatologists will recommend that range as part of our suggestion to use. Any other questions? And I think also if you have acne-prone skin, don't forget that thiamidol also works very well there, and incorporating it early in your treatment. Because if you don't treat the two together, then you end up with the pimples going better, but the pigmentation still prevails. And if you then look for an anti-aging range, again, sunscreen is your basis. But the anti-aging range, especially if pigmentation is a problem, use something with a bleaching agent just like thiamidol. And specifically because they were very clever in building it into the anti-aging range, so that you have that added benefit of not only the elastin, the hyaluronic acid, but also the thiamidol for the pigmentation. And the nice thing is it works fast. So you can see the improvement, and that's why you will like the product then. Otherwise, if you use things for months and you see absolutely nothing, you think it's a waste of money. So, and that's why it's very easy. Test the product, use it, and you will see the benefits in your skin. And it's also very mild, dermatologically tested, and the irritation reactions are very, very limited. Although we know that anything can react, but if you take a large percentage of people, and if you look at the clinical trials, the irritational reactions were very, very little. And that's quite nice for us to know. Any other questions? Great, so thank you again for hosting us. Is there anything more that you want to say?
No, just thank you again. Thank you for your support for those of you who use Eucerin. To the new users, welcome, and we hope that you're going to find a lot of benefit in our products. I'm sure you will. We're here always. Please, if you have questions, you can get onto our website. You'll be able to read more on our products. If you come to the stand, we've got some samples as well for you guys. But really, really proud to be here and to give you whatever support you need for your skincare needs.
Good, thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks to Eucerin, thanks to Clicks Playground, and remember Thiamadol.
I just wanna have fun, clap my hands, turn around now and dance, dance, dance.